Good morning. It is Wednesday, October the 30th. Time for our weekly chat with Pastor John Telman of New Beginnings Fellowship in Fort Francis. Good morning, Pastor John.
Good morning, Michelle. Good morning to everyone listening on Psalm FM this beautiful day.
Always good to talk to you, and we are at the end of October already, and
Right.
there's a change in the air, a chill in the air.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a chill in the air. And honestly, I'm looking forward to snow.
Are you? What? Wait a minute. I did not expect those words to come out of your mouth.
Well, for one very simple reason. The shoes that I wear right now are worn out, and the soles are really bad, so they're very uncomfortable. But my new boots that I bought at the end of the winter, they're really comfortable.
So you're looking forward to wearing new boots.
Exactly. So I'm not really excited about the snow, but I'm really I can't wait to walk on in those boots instead.
Yeah. Well, how cool is that, though, that you have found something that you can look forward to, even at a time of year that maybe we don't normally look forward to. It's like those little things sometimes that we just have to be so grateful for.
You know, I don't want to denigrate anybody that enjoys winter. I have a friend in British Columbia who just absolutely loves the winter. Goes her camera and she takes pictures of the beautiful mountains and so on. She and her husband were just out constantly. They'd rather spend their time outside than inside, and including in the winter. Now, you know, that's their thing. My thing is warmth and not slipping on ice and that kind of thing. So
my thing is being inside during the winter, looking out at it, but being cozy inside.
Exactly. You know, we don't mind if there's if we can observe trouble and that kind of thing. And winter, in some ways, is trouble. The one thing that winter always kind of annoys me is that the color is gone. It becomes very muted, white, dark. The days are shorter, so it's darker, and you don't see the beautiful blues and the greens and the reds and so on. Right now, Michelle, oh, wow, the trees are beautiful.
Aren't they? The reds and yellows and, oh, yeah.
Absolutely, you know. So I really enjoy the fall, but the winter, it just visually, it's not there, you know.
Well, that's where Christmas lights come in and candles, and you kind of have to make an effort, I think, to make it cozy or to find beauty in what is there.
Right, exactly. Well, one of the things that my wife Carol has done for years now is when we get up in the morning, she puts on a YouTube and mutes it, a video of flowers and trees and scenery and animals, horses running along, and birds and so on like that. So it's so beautiful to watch as we're having breakfast and just getting ready for the day. Just to see that. We keep the blinds down so you don't see the colorlessness outside.
We need to bring some color into Pastor John's world.
Right. Well, you know what? I gotta tell you too. I am grateful too. I really am. You know, winter may be a little bit harsh. Some people would counter and say that summer can be pretty harsh too. I mean, with the heat. So some people, they really don't like that as much. I came back from the Philippines just a few weeks ago. I was there for about a month, and while I was there, the humidity, of course, is almost 100%, 24 hours a day. Temperature be maybe 26, 27. So you can't escape the heat. You just can't. And some people wouldn't like that at all. I loved it. I really did.
Yeah. different people have different preferences.
Right.
And, when we're talking about the winter too, I think you have to, sometimes we have to make ourselves get out and look for look for the beauty.
Exactly.
And I think especially when the sun is out, you get the sun sparkling on the snow, and it can be just as beautiful as the water is when we see it sparkling in the summertime.
Right. Exactly. Well, we have to understand too that God has given us different seasons. Summer, winter, spring, fall, autumn. God has given us all these different seasons. It reminds me that God is so creative that
He's an
we don't
artist.
live. Yeah, we don't live in a one-color world, do we?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have color all around us. I'm wearing a blue sweater right now, and I'm looking at books that are red, and I see green carpets, and there's color. God gives us all these different seasons, and my goodness, even though my preference isn't for the harshness of any season, yeah, I guess winter can be good, can't it?
Yeah, we just have to look for those ways that it is good and accept that we have different seasons. I mean, we have different seasons in life too, and we don't always like going from one to the other.
Exactly. I mean, it's God's will that we give thanks. It really is. And you may have. Look, one person enjoys Italian food, some enjoys French food, or the Mexican food, or Japanese food, or whatever. Their preferences that way. It's all right to have our preferences, but give thanks.
So if somebody's sitting there going, you don't know what's going on in my life right now, there is nothing to give thanks for. How do you give thanks in those circumstances that just look completely bleak and colorless with nothing to be thankful for?
Well, I would say find that one little thing. Search for it. Could it be your sight? Could it be your ability to hear? Could it be your ability to pick up a cup? Could it be your ability to drink? Could it be that you're listening to Psalm FM? I mean, my goodness, what would be even more something to give thanks to God for than Psalm FM? I mean, truly, I listen to it consistently, daily, and I am so grateful for Psalm FM and the bridge. My goodness, what a blessing, So I would suggest that anyone just look for just that little thing, whatever it is, and then give thanks. Be grateful for that. And you know what? I think like a snowball going downhill, it'll just keep going, and suddenly you'll go, oh, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. And after a while, you'll just be overwhelmed with all the things that you want to just praise God and thank God for.
You'll have a whole snowman full of thanks.
Absolutely.
I like that picture.
Michelle, some years ago, God said to me, He said, take your journal and write in there 100 things that you're grateful for. So I did, and I started thinking about the friends I had, and my parents, my sister, cousins, my aunts and uncles, my grandparents, and friends, and it just, everything, God, you gave me the opportunity to learn piano. You gave me the opportunity to learn guitar and trumpet. Lord, you've taken me around the world, and I just started writing down all these different things, because in some ways what we need to do is we need to look backwards when we're grateful. Did God do something for us in the past? And if He has, why would He ever change? God doesn't change. He will always He will always bless us in the future.
And there are times in the Bible that he tells us to remember back to when he did this or this or this and took care of
Right.
the
Well,
Israelites.
this Sunday I'm going to be preaching from Daniel chapter 3, where Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah were put in the fiery furnace.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's guys that say, we're not going to bow to your idols. We're not going to. And God will protect us. He will rescue us. But even if he doesn't, we won't worship your idols. Mm-hmm. We just won't. And so I look at that and I say, isn't that cool? Isn't that cool that these guys they would only worship the true and living God, as Daniel, the book of Daniel says, the God who reigns in heaven. That is an amazing thing, even if he doesn't rescue us. And inevitably, God was going to rescue them anyway. He was going to either get them out of the furnace, or he was going to let them perish, and he would be with them.
Would be with them anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So they win one way or the other.
Exactly. They couldn't lose. So they had this determination that just said, no, we're not going to. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I am not going to bow to your idols of wood or stone or whatever it's made of. I'm not going to.
I like that, what you just said. They couldn't lose.
They couldn't
because
lose.
They had that foundation in him that they weren't going to disavow him.
So for anyone that's out there right now that I can't find anything to be grateful for, oh yes you can. Oh yes you can. I want to speak to you right now and say that you can. You definitely can, because even in the trouble, no matter what's going on right now, you don't need to bow to any other idol. You don't need to bow to any other false god, because God will bless you. God does that. He'll be with you in the fire. He'll be with you right there. What a greater thing to give thanks for. That God, you are with me even now in my trouble, even when I can't seem to come up with anything to be grateful for.
Yeah. Good words and good reminders, and I'm sure that there is more than one person listening right now who needed to hear that. So thank you, Pastor John.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Sure.
Well, as snow is in the forecast, I hope you can find your boots and that you have.
Oh, I know where they are. I can't wait. It's going to be good. In fact, I've been tempted to walk around in my boots now.
Well, you probably need to break them in.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. If you see Pastor John walking around in snow boots, it's okay. He's just breaking them in and getting ready for the weather.
That's right.
All right. Well, Pastor John, thank you for joining us today, and have a wonderful Sunday, and we will talk to you next week.
For sure. God bless everyone, and have a wonderful day as you thank God for it all.